Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we are going to make a recitation analysis and practice of verse number 22 of chapter 33, and the name of chapter is Al-Ahzab. Now this is the verse in focus, chapter 33 verse 22. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. لقد كان لكم في رسول الله أسوة حسنة لمن كان يرجو الله واليوم الآخر. لقد كان لكم في رسول الله أسوة حسنة لمن كان يرجو الله واليوم الآخر وذكر الله كثيرا. So that is verse which we are going to explore now in this session, and this is the first slide. Now if we start from right, the very first letter is Lam. Very first letter is Lam, and on top of Lam there is Fatha, and the notes given here indicators that 1 second to short vowel. Short vowel, there would be only 1 second elongation. When I say short vowel, so it means 3 basic strokes: Fatha, Kasra, and Dhamma. 3 basic strokes. Without any of these 3, a letter cannot be pronounced, cannot be moved further, cannot be joined or merged to the next. So if there is a kasra or dhamma or fatha, only one count, one beat, one blink, one click, 1 second. Okay, whatever way you understand. So it is not la qad, but la qad. Quickly, la, 1 second. And the second point, which has been highlighted here on this kaf. Now remember, there are similar sounding letters of qaf to kaf. So the first, we are focusing on the dotted qaf, which is the thick letter, okay, but it is interchangeable with the pronunciation unconsciously to kaf, which is here kaf without 2 dots, and it means that there is a difference in the pronunciation. The first one, qaf, is a thick, and the second kaf is a thin letter. So the second point which you need to remember. So lam, fatha, and qaf. And after that, there is another point which is here on dal, okay, which is here on dal. Dal, you can find here, the has been given here, jerking sound is jerking sound. So the 5 letters qaf, ta, ba, jim, and dal, these are the 5 letters which, when they bear a sukun on top of that, or whether they become silent, when they become mute due to a stop, okay, they need to be jerked. A slight vibration is needed according to the transmitted rules of Tajweedul Quran. So that will be la qad, qa, la qa, d, la qad. So a little jerk is there. If we say laqad, so you are killing the voice there, but it should be, there should be a slight echo, soft echo should come out. So it would be la qad, okay. And after that there is kaf, and again we know that this kaf is also related to the first one is kaf. There should be not qafa, qana, but ikana, laqad kana. Okay, so if I okay, so if I make one more, okay, so laqad kana. Again, there is a possibility to likelihood to prolong a fatha sound more than one count at the end of a word. This is likelihood. If you listen to the recitation, different recitation, when people are reciting, they are more, there is a like possibility that they would prolong, and not a possibility, they do that, they prolong the last letter. If there is a fatha or kasra or dhamma, comparatively they elongate more. So that is why this noon has been highlighted with an arrow. Then remember, 1 second to short vowel. So noon with fatha, only 1 second, is not be kana. A little longer, the meaning will change. Iska kana for one person, a little change. If you add one elongation, say kana, little longer, the meaning will shift from one to two people, two persons. So laqad kana, and remember, when you say kana noon, it should be clear. There should be no nasal sound at the end, or any tinge of nasal sound, any addition of nasal, not like kana, kana, na, na. Okay, and after that, this lam is also been highlighted, and has been indicated with an arrow, that lam with fatha, again, 1 second only, one count. Okay, so lam in the beginning, and on the third word lam, only one count. If you add a little longer, the meaning will be changed, because la is a different meaning, and if you say add la a little longer, it means not. Okay, so lakum, laqad kana lakum, and again there is a indicator on meme, and below you can find no elongation of meme sakin. So this is a meme sakin, but according to the transmitted rules of Tajweed al-Quran, one is not allowed to make elongation here, not making a nasal sound or gunna like lakum. That will be incorrect. So simple and clear pronunciation of lakum, lakum, not lakum. That will be no, incorrect. So that is why it is has been made here. No elongation of meme sakin, sound of meme sakin. In other words, do not make a gunna, a nasal sound on meme. Okay. What is the rule behind is that after meme sakin, if this is a meme with schoon, the next letter is ba or meme, then you are allowed to prolong up to 2 seconds and make a gunna, no problem. You should do that. But if there is the next letter is not ba or meme, okay, when there is a meme, there would be a shadda on top of that. If the next letter, identical letter meme, comes after meme sakin. For example, this is lakum. If the next letter appears in meme with any stroke, in the Quran, it is placed a meme after that. Okay, meme with shadda on. So this is easy for to recognize. I am talking about a ba, which will be just with a stroke, fatha, kasra, dhamma. Okay, so in this case, you are allowed to make meme longer. So this is the copy of the Holy Quran, and if we go to good example, if I can give you from the last part. So I was talking about this meme sakin, and look here. Uh, if I say, look, Kaidahum, this is meme sakin, followed by fa. Kaidahum fi. So according to the rule, this meme will not be prolonged because the next letter is not ba. But when again this alayhim, you can find a meme here, but the next letter is ta, so this meme will not be prolonged. But the third example you can find here, tarmihim, meme followed by ba with a kasra. So in this case, this meme will be prolonged for two counts. It will be tarmihim bihijaratin. Again, another example is meme sakin here. Faja'alahum, meme sakin followed by kaf, and because this is a kaf, not a ba, on the ba we have to prolong. Okay, but here faja'alahum ka'asfim ma'kul. So this is you have to again this meme sakin find meme followed by ya, meme will not be prolonged. Here is a good suratul feel, a good for you to understand is a meme sakin followed by ta, so this meme will not be prolonged. We can't say alam, that will be incorrect, because meme, if you meme will be prolonged, nasal sound will be made only when the next letter is ba. So in these example you find one example, alam, no prolongation. Alam yaj'al, no prolongation. Kaidahum fi, no prolongation. Alayhim tayran, no elongation. Tarmihim followed by ba, yes, elongation will be made because ba. Tarmihim bi. Faja'alahum kaf, there will be no elongation. So this is in this small surah you can find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 examples where meme sakin is there, meme with a spoon, elongation will not be made with gunna sound. Only one example is here, and the reason has been explained to you. Now, as I mentioned, that either meme with next letter should be ba or meme as well. And when there is a meme after meme, meme sakin, next letter is meme, usually there is a shadda on top of that, so it is easy to recognize. Okay, so this is a good example in Surah Al-Qadr. Okay, Surah Al-Qadr is chapter 97. Okay, so look, this is Surah Al-Qadr, chapter 97, and good example, bi-izni or rabbihim. So if you stop here, then there will be no elongation. Or rabbihim, bi-izni or rabbihim, no elongation. But as soon as this is a optional stop, jim waqful jais, optional stop. If you want to take option, well and good. If you want to continue because you have a long breath, or you want to complete at the end of a verse, you are fully allowed. So in this case, this meme, which is the next, though this time meme is not with the shadda, but according to the rule that will be merged together with nasal sound. So you will not be reading like bi-izni rabbihim min kulli, but because two identical letters come together, when two identical letters come together, then merging, assimilation, joining takes place. What happens is that when meme joins to the next meme, merging will take place always with gunna, with nasal sound, because this is the quality of meme. It produces a gunna, because the makhraj of point of articulation of meme is two lips. Okay, upper and lower lips, when they join together, then we say this is a point of articulation. And similarly, a noon is if a noon sakin joins with the next noon, then again merging will nasal sound will take place. So in this case, bi-izni rabbihim min. So if I say this is meme sakin, so even if there is no shadda is there, but the shadda is meant to be added in pronunciation, and it will be بِإِذْنِ رَبِّهِمْ مِنْ كُلِّ أَمْرٍ. Okay, so that should be in your mind. Now we come again to our lesson. Lakum is clear. Now next one is fi. Now fi on ya, I have made this pointer indicator that simple elongation is required here. It is called mad asli, original elongation, yani simple and original elongation. Why I have pointed here, why this box has been made here, that to highlight that point, that simple elongation is only 2 counts. We cannot increase the timing, we cannot decrease that timing. It is 2 seconds, not more than 2 seconds, not less than 2 seconds. The timing is very, very important in the recitation of the Holy Quran. Okay, so it will be fi little longer. You have to drag your voice for 2 seconds. But if you say fi, you are dragging more than 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, or whatever, making your own tune, or then on the you cannot sacrifice the timing on the altar or for a reason of your tuning. Okay, so this is very important. That's why I say simple elongation, original elongation. Next one is the word is Rasul. Now Rasul, you can find the very first letter. The first letter of the word Rasul is Ra, and this is with Fatha. And I have made here, this is thick mufakham. Remember, when there is Ra with a Dhamma or with a Fatha, it is always pronounced with a thick sound, as you can say R-A-W, Ra, Ra. Ra is a common English word. So this will be Ra, Su, Sin. Sin should be thin, Su. And again, I have made a note on Vav, that Vav is also a letter of elongation. So there are 3 letters of elongation. The booklet which has been given to you in the previous classes, it says that Alif, Vav, and Ya. These are 3 extenders. You can say extenders for a consonant. Okay, these are the long vowels, vowels. So Rasul, and again there would be no elongation more than 2 counts. You can't say Rasulillah, that will be incorrect. So timing is very, very important. 2 counts, 2 seconds, not less than, not more than. Okay. In other words, elongation cannot be increased without a valid reasons. When there is a reason, that will be explained to you after that. And then the next point which has been highlighted here, that this is Rasulillah. Okay, this is fi Rasulillah, the lam. So this is called Lamul Jalala. So Lamul Jalala, why it is called Lamul Jalala? Because lam, there are 2 kinds of lam mushaddad. There are 1,000 words in the Quran where you can find a lam with a shadda sign. Like for example, Inna Allah ala kulli. Kulli, the word kulli, kaf, lam, with tashdid, with shadda, and it bears a stroke of kasra, kulli. Now this is also lam mushaddad. And in the word Inna Allah, or in this case Rasulillahi, it is also lam with shadda. You can find here, this is lam with shadda. So why it is called Lamul Jalala? Lamul Jalala means this lam shadda comes in between, or the letter in the name of Allah. Okay, so Jalala means majestic, because the majesty belongs to Allah the Exalted, our creator of the universe. So the point is here that when lam mushaddad of Allah, the word Allah, when the preceded letter with a kasra, so in this case you can find the preceded letter is lam. Preceded letter is lam. Look, this is lam with kasra, and it is this lam is joining to the lam, majestic lam of Allah, lamul jalala. So in this case, it will be prolonged with a thin sound. So it means that the lam mushaddad, or lam mushaddad, emphatic lam of Allah, will not be uh, much emphasized or stressed upon, but softly it will be recited. So it will be Rasulillahi, not Rasulillahi, not thickening that, but you will be thinning the lam mushaddad. Fi Rasulillahi, simply as you are a little smiling. Rasulillahi, simple, not much stressing on your tongue, not making a, making it with an empty sound, not with a heavy sound. This is the first slide. لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ. And the next slide, we come to this uswatun hasanatun liman kana yarjullaha. This is the next part. Again, on wow, it has been made and highlighted that only one count, 1 second. So it's not uswatun, because only wow fatha, only 1 second, uswa, 1. And tun, it is made here that no elongation of tanween sound. We know that tanween is produces a nasal sound like uswatun, but we are not allowed, according to the transmitted rules of tajweed, that we prolong that one with our own choice, like uswatun hasanatun. That will be wrong. Okay, so only one count, uswatun, clear pronunciation, uswatun, tun, tun, hasanatun after that, no elongation after that. So uswatun hasanatun. Again, I have made these 3 letters again highlighted, and arrow has been made that only remember 1 count. It should not be uswatun hasa, or you say hasanatun. No, that will be, meaning will be changed. Hasana, 3 letters, 1 count to each letter. Hasana, and then after that hasanatun. But if you say hasana, that will be totally wrong, incorrect. So 1 letter, 1 count, 1 second. So number 1, uswatun will not be prolonged. Why it is not prolonged? The reason is given in your notebook in the last lesson, in which it says that you have to make a clear pronunciation on noon sakin, noon with a spoon, or at a tanween. Look, this is a tanween. You will make a clear pronunciation without prolonging nasal sound when any letter comes from specifically from the throat. There are various places in our mouth from where the points of articulation of different letters, but there are 6 letters which come specially from the front part of our neck, that is throat. Okay, throat pipe. The one is the top one is ghain and kha, agh, and below, a little below, less than half centimeter, depending upon the structure of a person's body. It is a ain and ha, sharp ha, and after that there is a hamza and ha. Okay, hamza and ha. So in this case, you will find that this is the ha, which is coming from the middle component, middle part of our throat, front part of our throat. So in this case, this tanween will not be prolonged. So if any letter comes from the throat pipe, there are 6 letters, 2 on the top, 2 in the middle, and 2 in below, in the bottom, connected to the chest. You see in the booklet, on the last page, the points of articulation have been graphically presented to you. It is important that you keep revising your notes and also view the recording and beautify your recitation accordingly. Okay, remember, it is very important that you can memorize or learn or understand the theory within a short time, but to beautify the recitation according to the rules of tajweed, it needs a lifetime commitment. It is not a job of one course or 10 weeks or a short period, but it takes time. So it means that should, because the recitation of the Holy Quran is a lifetime commitment. It is not that after 65 years you will be retired from the recitation like other the jobs or other works like country, or if you are, but this is a lifetime commitment, not only reading the Quran but listening to the Quran, because the prayer, the salat, is compulsory to the end of our life. So either we are listening to the Quran to the end of life, and also inshallah the reading of the Quran. So that is why I said this is a lifetime commitment. It needs hard work, patience, and step by step going further, okay, to keep revising all the material, okay. As you need patience and working hard or consciously improving your recitation, I have the same need and same feeling that there are different layers of knowledge, and all the time when we learn or teach, new things come up and we add to our knowledge, okay. So that is why this point should be noted down clearly. The next one again is hasanatun. Now you will be wondering that here the word uswatun, the same pattern is hasanatun, identical ta marbuta, that this ta mudawwara, round circled ta, okay, with two dots. Now it is indicated here complete merging without gunna. So if hasanatun making tanween followed by lam mushaddad, then the tanween, the nasal sound, will totally be merged, and that will lose its identity. So it will be only one dhamma or one stroke will be joined to the next one. So it will be hasanatulli, not only. There will be no nasal sound. It's complete merging without gunna, without nasal sound. The point is here in your booklet it has been mentioned that if lam or ra, they come after noon sakin tanween, then lam will not be the gunna will not be made. So it will be hasanatulli. And you find that in kalima tayyiba, la ilaha illallah muhammadun, tanween at the end, followed by ra mushaddad, ra with the shadda. So it will be muhammadur rasulullah. And in this case a lam has come, hasanatun, and lam mushaddad, hasanatulli, not hasanatunli. That will be incorrect. And the next point which has been made here, it is noon with light nasal sound. So sometimes you have to make nasal sound, and sometimes you don't have to make nasal sound. So as I mentioned that in this first case, uswatun hasanatun, you are not required, supposed to do elongation of nasal sound because of the 6 letters which I mentioned about letters of throat, okay, or letters of manifestation. But here in this one it says light nasal sound. The point is here that if after noon you can find a letter other than these 6 letters which have been mentioned from throat, then you have to make light nasal sound. So it will be liman, it will be longer, two count, it will be longer, liman, 2 counts, okay. So these are the 15 letters, and the last the lesson in the booklet, please go through and you will find the examples. This is just a reminder, so it will be long. Then again a mention here a kana. Remember it is ka is a thin letter, not ka. It be liman kana, ka, k-a-a, ka, yani very softly it should be pronounced. And again na has been highlighted. Why especially the last letter, there is a possibility, likelihood that it should be prolonged, because when we when we transmit and read words, and especially in a slow mode, then there is a high possibility that the last letter will be elongated comparatively more as compared to the previous letter, especially with fatha. So it could be kana, little, say in a tune, liman kana. So it will be, the meaning will be changed, because I said kana is for one, and little dragging in the voice, kana, it will be for two people. So remember, the each letter with the fatha, kasra, dhamma, only one count, but be conscious and mindful, especially at the last letter, because there is a possibility, because you are joining to the next one, and there should be no gap in between the two, otherwise the elongation will take place. The next one is ya, yar, and ra with a spoon again has been highlighted here, is a thick ra sound. The point is here, sometime ra bears a fatha, kasra, and dhamma, sometime it has a sakin. So in this case, it is a sakin. It is a sakin. So before that, there is a fatha, ya, yar. So this ra will be thick, yar. So not yar, yar, yar. And again, ju, yar, ju. And when joining together, then alif, waw, ya, when they come to in between two words, they are deleted, they are omitted from the pronunciation when joining together. So that is why this jim is joining to this lam. Okay, this jim is lining to lam, yarjullah, and again this waw will be deleted, alif, alif, there has no value, it is written but it is not pronounced, especially when we are joining to the next word. Now the point is here that Allah, this word, it is mentioned here that thick lamul jalala. Okay, this is thick lamul jalala, and yarjullaha, it will be thick because the previous letter is dhamma. If the previous letter is dhamma or with a fatha, then lam manifested, with a thick sound, but not if there is a kasra, then it will not be. Like in the previous example, you can find here that fi rasulillahi, in this example, lam with a kasra followed by this lam mushaddad, it will be thin, but now in this case it will be thick. So yarjullah, yarjullah, uswatun hasanatun liman kana yarjullah. And then the final part we come to here, wal yawmal akhirah. Remember, this waw is a soft elongation of lean, because before that it is a fatha. So it will be simple, wal yaw, like we say round, bound, sound, we very softly say round, bound, sound. So this will be wal yaw, maliki yawmiddin. So wal yawmal, and again it has been highlighted, this alif with a vertical fatha, simple elongation, not more than 2 counts, 2 seconds, not less than. For example, you can't say wal yawmal akhirah, that will be incorrect, only 2 counts. Okay, and then again we find a kha. Kha is a thick letter because there are 7 thick letters, permanent thick letters. Kha is one of them, Sod is one of them, Dod is one of them, and Ra, Qaf. So 7 letters, and please refer to your booklet, you will find here. But this time an indication has been made that Kha should be manifested with a thick sound. So it will be wal yawmal akhiri, akhiri, not much but in between, wal yawmal akhiri, akhira, ra is a thick, and again ra, it has been thick ra. We know before that if there is a ra with a fatha or dhamma, it will be thick. So wal yawmal akhira, akhira, and again wa, and this zal has been highlighted here, that please make sure that you make a difference between zal and za. Commonly non-Arabic speakers or reciters, they do not make a difference between zal and sa. Remember, this letter has been revealed zal, which is a soft letter. Please refer to the point of articulation, that sheet at the end of your booklet, and find out the exact point of articulation and what is the difference between zal and za. So zal is a soft letter, and find the point, exit point, makhraj from there. So the, ka again shorter, ra will be thick. The double arrow has been made. Al akhira wa dhakara ra. So again ra, here lam mushaddad, which is lamul jalala, because it belongs to the word Allah, and indicates a thick lamul jalala. It means it will be pronounced with a thick sound. So we dhakarallah. So ra will be thick, lam will be thick together. Wa dhakarallah, and ha again shorter. So note, it cannot be each and every letter should be needs to be highlighted, because if you understand one point, one rule, you can apply on all the texts of the Holy Quran. Though this is a one verse, Surah Al-Ahzab, chapter 33, verse 22, but the learned rules you can apply on 1,000 other words, similar words, letters, you can apply on that one. And this is how the Holy Quran has been facilitated and made easy to be recited in by Allah the Exalted. So ka, again simple, and again it has been mentioned that non-Arabic speakers or reciters, they do not make a difference between fa and sin. Remember, in the previous class we categorically made a difference between the two. So remember this, note down the point of articulation and do a lot of practice, and it should be kafi, fa. You know, the tip of tongue is little coming, come in from upper and lower teeth together, and little peeping out, kafi. And again, there will be simple elongation. It's not kafi because you are ending, you can apply elongation as much as you like. It is not, it will be incorrect. So it will be kathira, only 2 counts. ذكر الله كثيرا, 2 counts, not much than the kathira. No, that will be wrong. Even it is the verse ending, because the voice is not staying to a consonant letter, so that is why it is only 2 counts. If your voice is staying at the end of a consonant letter, then you are allowed up to 4 to 5 counts, like yu'minun. Your voice stays at the consonant, and at the end is 22. Perfect pause, it is waqfu tam, or a sign of a verse. When a verse ends, this is a very good stop and preferred stop to be that the message is complete and you should stop here. And again, the last point, as we did about the ra, this kathira, because this is kathiran, in stopping, that will be changed into kathira, because one count, one stroke will be deleted in pronunciation. It will be kathira, thick ra, 2 counts, simple elongation. So this is the conclusion of today's lesson. Inshallah ta'ala, in the next class I will give you a mic so that you can practice as well. We have very short time now. Just quickly go through that. I have taught you about qalqala, the soft jerking sound, about 1 second to each, and then how the meme sakin will be elongated, where it should not be elongated, and how the ra will be pronounced, how it will be pronounced with a thick sound like a rasul. What is lamul jalala, how it will be pronounced with a thin and sometimes with a thick. This has been mentioned. And then those where the nasal sound will not be prolonged, like the letters of throat, like from the example of uswatun. Then I told you about assimilation, the complete merging without nasal sound, hasanatulli. Then we talk about then again Lamul Jalala and Ra, Sakin Ra. Okay, again how it will be prolonged. Sorry, it will be made mufakham, thick because of. And the last one about the thick letter Kha, and always it will be pronounced thick. And make sure mindful about Dal and Tha, the similar sounding letter, and how you are going to make a stop at the end. So with this, we complete that one, and now the time has come that you can please recite the full verse, applying all the learned rules. Remember, this PDF PowerPoint presentation will be uploaded to the website. You can download or directly you can view and view the recording and do your practice. So basically, this is your homework. You have full 1 week for your homework. The homework should not be done at the 11th hour at the end, but on daily basis, at least 15-20 minutes, you have to do your homework. Okay, and if you do on daily, remember this is such a beautiful, the Holy Quran, all beautiful, but some verses are categorically are very, they are well quoted, and we know that without mentioning this verse, the Sirat, the biography, the life of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam remains incomplete, because this is one of the greatest verse which tells us about the significance and importance of the life of our beloved master, the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So it is also a point of to be noted and homework that try to find out the translation, and if you memorize that beautiful verse, because they are often quoted in the gatherings of jalsas, Sirat Nabi, then you will be blessed more and more. In this way, you will get knowledge. Okay, so لقد كان لكم في رسول الله, surely in the life of the Holy Prophet, in the life of the Messenger of Allah, Uswatun Hasana, a best example for you. Liman, for that. Kana yarjullaha, the one who hopes from Allah, who puts his trust in Allah. Wal yawm al-akhirah, and the one who also hope and the day of judgment, the last day. Wa dhakarallaha kathira, the one who remembers Allah a lot. So this is a nutshell of today's. So I have only a couple of minutes. If I give mic to one person, and if he would recite this beautiful verse now before we conclude our lesson today. So let me find out his Sayyid Rafiq Sahib.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Wa barakatuhu.
Wa barakatuhu.
No, katuhu, ta
bidhamma. Katuhu.
Wa barakatuhu.
Wa barakatuhu.
This is the correct version. Okay.
ठीक है, Jazakallah.
Okay, good. Did you understand the lesson?
Ji, I have, mashallah. I've looked at the notes, jo aapne, the points that you have signified and clarified, and mashallah, alhamdulillah, that's opened my mind even further, mashallah.
Good, Jazakumullah. Okay, no problem. Can you please try now?
Ji. لقد كان
أعوذ بالله first.
Oh, sorry, I beg your pardon. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لقد كان لكم في رسول الله.
Again, because that was the likelihood, now has been little dragged.
I extended it, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. لقد كان لكم في رسول الله أسوة حسنة لمن كان
again you have extended na, hasanatun,
na, ji,
hasanatun.
ji. Uswatun hasanatun liman kana yarjullaha.
Remember, if there is a break in between because of a break in breath, then you have to
जी
do
जी
full word.
again अच्छा
Hasan.
ठीक है okay okay hasanatul liman kana
No, not na. Hasanatun. Again, this is the problem.
जी
Not
hasana
hasanat.
hasana hasanatul liman kana yarjullaha wal yawmal akhirah wa dhakkarallaha kathira.
Okay, good. So keep revising, and inshallah, ta'ala, you will
जी
be better. Uh,
जज़ाकल्लाह.
okay, Jazakumullah. And if I can, who is Qasid? Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Can you please recite now?
Yes, but my throat is a bit, because I was ill, but I will try my best.
Okay, try please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لقد كان لكم في رسول الله أسوة حسنة لمن كان يرجو الله واليوم
Yarjullaha.
يرجو الله ये ठीक है
Yes.
يرجو الله واليوم الآخرة آخرة
وذكر الله.
وكذا الله
ذكر الله.
وذاك الله كثيرا
You have made several mistakes. Simple reading. So okay, no problem. Okay, so we conclude. Thank you for your attention, and we complete our lesson today now. Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.